Must be nice. This song always makes me sad. I don't know. I feel weird. This song though. I'm leaving today. I miss New York. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. I can tell just by the costumes that was Phantom of the Opera, Chicago, and Aladdin. Somebody come get me. Now we're in Bismarck time. We counted down in New York with my New York girlies, and now we're in Bismarck time. And we're gonna count down New Year's in the time period I'm in, the time zone. Ugh, never thought I'd be in Central Time. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Okay. What is 2022? I have a fortune cookie. And I said, there we go. I was gonna open it at midnight, 2022. So let's see what my fortune cookie has to say. It says, there's so much more to come. I like that. I hope there is so much more to come, and I hope I flourish and blossom and grow in 2022. It's not a bad fortune. There's so much more to come. Hello, it is 2022, and yes, we're coming in live from my bed, fresh out of the shower, like a glazed donut from my retinol. But I thought, let's sit down, let's get comfy, let's chat, because it's a new year, and to a lot of people that signifies new beginnings, and I thought it'd be a good time to look back, say hello to the new year, and reflect and try to stick to something in 2022. I'm a little crooky, but hey, it's okay. So yeah, I hope everyone had a happy new year. It is January 1st. I'm oddly in a good mood. I'm not looking forward to going back to work, but you know, capitalism, that's life. And ironically, I found a notebook that I wrote on the night before it struck 2021 with some things I wanted to do. Like, there's pages worth of like things, but I'll just keynote some of it and then be like, did I achieve it? Did I stick to it? What's the tea? And the first one that I put, which is sad, I was in a dark place in 2020 going into 2021. And maybe I'm starting to just claw out of it. I don't really know. I really don't know. I don't cry as much as I used to, so I guess that's good. But my first thing was, it said personal self, underlined, and then under it said self-love. I said, I want to love myself again. And that is, I don't know, to me that is heady stuff. I want to love myself again. Like, I didn't love myself, and I still don't necessarily love myself as I should, but I definitely don't hate myself as much. Yeah, I was like, I want to love what I see and stop comparing myself to others. I want to stop feeling so shitty. I hate myself, and I'm the only one stopping myself from progress. I want to feel joy like I used to. I want to be happy, which is hard when I'm so uncomfortable in my body. Like, that is some depressing shit. Do I have a body that I used to have when I was active all the time because of dance that got crushed in 2020? No. But do I cry every time I look in the mirror? No. Do I cringe still? Yes. But I think that leads into like the first thing that I really, really, really want to try to stick to in 2022 is, again, self-love, self-care, and physical fitness. I used to be very active and very in shape because of dance, and then I got depressed. I feel like I say that a lot in like every video I make, and I really like let myself go, and then that led to me being like so insecure and so uncomfortable, and I'm like, I can't be happy and have a good time if all I'm thinking about is my body and what I look like in clothes. And so I really want to strive to being more healthy and being in shape again and loving myself and my body. And I don't know, I still want to achieve that. I want to love myself again. I'm definitely not where I was, and I definitely made progress, but I'm not where I should be. So there's that. My second one was work. I said work was a hard one. I want success, but I don't know how to get it. And that I can't work in an office. And then in the back, I wrote like 300 times, I want to entertain, I want to entertain, I want to entertain. And I feel like the way I want to entertain is different, because I said, I will figure it out. I'll find my path. I want to be happy in work while entertaining. And I found out that I really love choreography, but I tend to be insecure with what I bring forward in choreography. So that is something I definitely need to like work on, is like not being insecure and allowing myself to explore. Because once I like beat myself down, I feel like all the creative juices like shut down, and like I'll avoid the studio. I will say I did move somewhere for a job, and I've said I do love my job because I get to create and I get to teach, and I love that. And I would love to be able to do that on like a bigger scale, like traveling and teaching. And I know that's like a bigger goal, and that's not like a 1-year plan. That's more of like a 5-year plan, kind of being able to teach all over, whether it's in conventions or setting pieces in studios or just in any way, honestly. Like that is definitely more of a long-term plan instead of like a short 1-year plan. But I can do things in 2022 to work towards that. So I do think I took a step towards being more happy in work and finding like my path. But again, I'm never satisfied. I'm never satisfied. And those were like the 2 big things I wrote in here. Like there was like, I was long when I explained what I wanted and what I wanted to do with myself and with my job. But yeah, I think there were steps made and there was progress, and I'm happy about that. I don't want to be alone anymore. But then I moved somewhere, and now I'm like always alone. And I feel like it's weird because I lived with a lot of people and I lived with a significant other, but somehow I always felt alone. But then now that I'm actually physically alone, I don't feel alone. And I think, like I said in my last video, that everyone in their 20s should live alone to really discover themselves. And I think that's like the best thing that I've done for myself is like, yeah, I'm not living in a place where I necessarily want to stay forever, but I'm giving myself the chance to be alone and like be with myself and sit with that and just grow within my being. I just thought it was funny that I said like, I don't want to be alone. And then here I am, I moved somewhere away from everyone and I don't know anyone and I'm alone, but I don't feel as alone as I used to in a place where I lived with 4 other people, which is crazy. But I do miss those people. I love them so much. Like, I love them so much. The people that like I lived with, and I miss them every day. One of them being my sister, and one is a friend that I have known for almost a decade now that like, I don't know, I love them. And our 3rd roommate was new to my life, but he was such a light and just like so fun. And I do hope that I can like live near them again and back maybe in LA, who knows? But I don't know, they're great people and I do miss them. I was just like had heavy mental health issues, that's typical saying like, I'm in a crowded room, but I feel alone, or like I'm screaming in a room full of people and no one's hearing me, and that has nothing to do with them. It's 100% me, and like, I don't know. I love them, and I hope I get to live in the same city as them again. that was like a reflection of personal self-love, what I wanted to do with work. And I think going into, 2022, I want to keep building on that. I want to work on my self-love, and not just based on my appearance, but like how I feel about myself inside and how I treat others and how I go forth in every day. But I do also want to better my physical health, because that does have a big effect on my mental health. And then I want to just keep working hard and moving towards that goal of being a teacher that can travel and teach and set pieces and choreograph for people and do conventions. Like, I really would love to be able to like do that. And that takes time, and that's baby steps. And I want to keep working towards that, as well as bettering myself as a dancer and working on my technique and getting back my flexibility and being in shape. Like, I just want to all around work harder. And I think that should be the only two things that I focus on this year, is like loving myself inside and out and working towards my goal of work. Because unfortunately we live in a world where we have to pay bills to survive, and I want to be able to do that, but doing something I love. I don't want to have to settle in a life that I absolutely hate, and that takes time. So I think I should keep building towards that in 2022. And yeah, I just hope everyone had a great new year, and they set goals that are realistic, that they can achieve, not ones that I'll just be forgotten in a couple of days, because we all do that. I've done that for like the last 24 years of my life. So here's to 2022. Here's to turning 27. And here's to just loving ourselves and finding peace. That's always what I have to say. Let's just find peace and happiness. So, mwah.